30.
I was
30.
gonna say. I was gonna
Yep.
say it felt a little like 30.
Yeah, it felt 30-ish.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, so yeah, I'll just start out by saying for the record that Disturbed never did a goddamn thing for me.
That's fair. That's
That's fair.
fair.
You know what? It's one of those bands when they first came out, I was like, whatever. But like, then you hear like the wah song, and you're like, hell yeah, you turn that up, it's like,
And of course, if you listen to 105.5 here in town, that's the only song they ever released.
Yeah.
you're always in a
Well,
fight with them.
and that's what it was like, they burst onto the scene and it was like, meh,
Yeah,
but then they, for whatever reason, had enough staying power for me to still be exposed to them a little bit over the
Yep.
years. And
Yep.
it's like, I didn't have much tolerance for it to begin with, but it's certainly worn down to nothing at this point. This is like, again with this shit. Come on.
There are so many bands like that. Like
mhm,
Godsmack.
Yeah,
That first song.
mhm. Oh yeah,
I started thinking about Godsmack when we went down that with Disturbed, because yeah, they're one of those bands. Like, would you guys just find something else to do? Like, can't you get a job at the corner store or like the gas
Try
station?
shipbuilding. Try building ships and bottles or something.
You
Hey,
know,
they're doing
start
they're doing the best.
an Etsy or an Amazon store.
Or a book
Like,
club. Start a book club.
Oh man.
What about you, Josh? Who would you put on that list?
Oh geez. Let's see. Hmm.
and it can't be one of those
Oh,
obviously like redundant ones like
Creed or
Nickelback
Nickelback or some
or
shit like that.
wait,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
but
that's some cop out shit.
it is.
that yeah, I guess that is, yeah. Ah, geez. Like, yeah, I guess like it would be Disturbed would have been one of those, but geez, what's a band? Oh, what's a band that just won't go away? Trapped. They,
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good call.
yeah.
That's a good call.
Well, they got way too political a few years
yeah,
back, and it's been a real gross ride for them. But yeah, that their one song that still gets play. It gets too much play. You're
Honestly, I
absolutely
don't
right.
even remember any of their songs. That's the impact that they've had on me.
yeah, back
Yeah.
off. Take you on.
Yeah.
Take on anyone.
Back off.
What's that?
Back off. He'll take you on. Headstrong. He'll take on anyone.
Oh God, just okay. I remember now. You can stop. Ugh. And what was the one?
No.
Oh shit!
No.
Who did that song? Enemy. I'm not the one who's trying to be your enemy. Those guys. It was the acoustic hard rock band.
Days of the New.
Hmm. That
And
was
that
another one.
was, I tell you what though, what about them? Their first album
Hmm.
was actually pretty good. It was all acoustic, and it had a very cohesive, like, it was good. And
Yeah.
then the singer fired everybody, replaced them with a computer, and kept going, and that shit was terrible.
Well, yeah.
Terrible.
Didn't the guys that he fired go on and form Tantric?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because that's one of
It was
those.
basically what they used to be. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. It was mostly acoustic, but they added in some electric guitars, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And also didn't work for me.
But that was a long time ago. I mean, that
Yeah.
was high school stuff for me. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like when you're exposed to stuff in high school, you're more likely to like, be open and receptive to it. It's like, well, this is like 30 years old and you kind of had to be there, but check it out.
That's fair. That's
Like
fair.
nobody's gonna want to sit down and listen to the Days of the New record with me.
No.
But you think about it too hard, and you don't want to listen to it with yourself. Because
Oh God, no.
I can't imagine it's aged well. I haven't listened to it in a decade plus, I'm sure.
Couldn't
Right.
tell you the last time that I heard any of that stuff,
I'm
but
not going to be running
yeah,
to Spotify.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got one. You know who just won't? Well, I guess they're on their final tour, but
Just won't fucking die. Who?
yeah, I just I NoFX.
Who?
NoFX.
No
Oh,
effects.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I never really got into them either. I can't say that I ever owned a record or I mean, I'm sure I had some compilations that they were on back in the day, but you
Yeah.
know, just didn't
With
didn't
the-
strike a chord with Teenage John, I guess.
I got into them. Early 2000s, mid 2000s. I tried to buy every one of their records because at the Fred Meyer, they had like just NoFX albums, but there were like 30 million of them. So
Yeah.
Please take these off our hands. We'll give them
yeah,
to you at a
exactly.
discount.
Actually, I'm just like, these are just the same fucking shit all over and over again. Also grow the hell up, You're,
Yeah.
you're fucking busy.
Yeah, like that's how I feel whenever I hear like Teenage Dirtbag from Wheatus on the radio.
Ooh.
I'm like, you guys are like my age, maybe older. Maybe it's time to move that one out of the set list.
You haven't You've spent more time of your more years of your life not being a teenage dirtbag, It was a long time ago, friend.
You're a grown-up middle-aged dirtbag. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a new one for you. We spend so much time like shitting on
Yeah, we
like
do.
other music and stuff like that. We really do, and it's all in fun. Obviously, clearly somebody likes most of these bands because they still manage to crank out albums and people still buy them.
Oh, they crank it all
So
right.
yeah, well, the people who buy it, they crank to it. So let me ask you this: what's a band from when you were a teenager in high school that still has staying power? That like if you heard they were putting out a new or every time you hear they're putting out a new album, you're like, oh shit, I got to go get that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go first just because it's cheating, and if I don't take it, somebody else could swoop in and snake it out from under me.
Look, Milli Vanilli is not. It just didn't last. They didn't do that singing, right?
Yeah, I heard. I just found out.
Yeah, but that really broke your heart too, didn't it?
I mean, I was pretty upset, but
Understandable.
no. My easy choice would
Mhm.
be Faith No More and Mike Patton.
That's fair.
'Cause, I mean, come on, the
Or any
guy
one of Mike
does
Patton's
everything.
12,000 bands.
Yeah, exactly. Or his record label that he's like putting out the craziest shit on, and he himself, I think is going to be relevant for probably another 40 years. I mean,
That's
or at
fair.
least making stuff for the next 40 years, I would say.
That's fair. Josh.
Relevant for the next couple hundred, at least.
Yeah, I would have to go with the exception of Diablo and Musica, I'd have to go with Slayer.
Yeah.
They
That's fair.
yeah they pretty well. They're done now, but they retired. But
Right.
they
I mean, they had a good run.
Hmm?
We saw them live. They tore it up.
they did. I brought that up the other day because we saw them at Harpo's, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go on the floor. I'm like, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That was the somebody either left. I can't remember if it was in a wheelchair or on a stretcher that night. Like But yeah, somebody got hauled out of there by professionals. Like that was rough. Man. Like
Wow.
you just
Yeah, it
you
was,
you remember it too hard and you crack a hip at this age, you know? Like I can't even imagine.
I know.
Like I'm
Well, yeah,
scared
Harpo.
about falling down the stairs.
Well, I told you guys about the time I saw somebody stage dive at a Weird Al Yankovic concert, didn't
Oh
I?
yeah, nobody caught him.
Yeah, everybody just moved out of the way and parted like the Red Sea, and he landed face down on the floor.
I would see now. I would go into it with that expectation. Like, if anybody but Weird Al tries to jump off the stage, no one will catch you.
I feel like even if Al did, they'd still move because
No,
no, I'm,
you gotta catch Albert.
well, yeah, probably, but I mean, I would feel obligated to try anyway. But like
It's just
for the most
Derek.
part, I got you, Al. Oh no, not the accordion.
Derek let go of his dick.
Like I just you do why would you do that at a
No, I
comedy
can't
show?
imagine being that overcome with emotion and feeling at any
Yeah,
show, much
yeah.
less much less a Weird Al show.
I've
But
seen
like, oh,
like
go ahead.
stage diving as well. Once again at Harpo's, making bad decisions at Harpo's. But you know how they have that 6 foot stage,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I was there seeing Guar, and
Well, there's your
um,
first mistake.
yeah, there's the first stage. Yeah. Also,
Did you get
yeah,
sprayed with blood?
I did. I did.
Demon,
Fantastic.
Yes, I did.
how
That was
much of it
after the
would you
show,
say you
though.
ingested?
I was like, yeah, that was after the show. But yeah, I had somebody hoist me up onto the stage, and then I ran up on stage and dove off. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I did, and like it was like the worst decision ever because like I was up on stage, right, and then I had to get off really quick because security was coming
Oh
out and beat the
yeah,
shit out.
they'll crack your
They didn't
skull,
care.
boy.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they didn't care if you were 16.
No, no.
but but
Stay away from the talent, boy. Smack.
right, but I had nowhere to jump to because like on the right was the skinhead pit, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm going in there, and so I just jumped and I landed on this other kid head first into his forehead,
Oh, God.
and he fell down, and I picked him up, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And like he's like, "Yeah."
So you don't know if he was brain damaged before or after that.
Yeah.
Well, he was at a Gore concert, so well, imagine this. All right, so imagine if this had happened. You're at the Gore concert. There's blood and semen all over the stage, and probably shit as well. You run
Right.
up there. You're gonna stage dive, and just as you're about to hit the edge of the stage, you slip in some semen, and then you face plant. How like I would just like get up and go home after that. I wouldn't stay for the
Yeah.
rest of the show. I'd be like, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, why did you even let kids in there, man? That was just such a horrible place. Yeah.
Well, those guys are safe. They're teachers.
Oh, jeez.
Good God.
Oh, so I mean, we've crapped on some music.
Mhm.
How was the week for you guys?
Not
Oh,
bad.
not awful.
Until yesterday. Not
Yeah,
bad.
sounds like you did a little too much working yesterday.
It was a poopy day, and now both of my knees hurt. What are you gonna do? But I
Stem
came out of it
cells?
$30. I came out of it $30 in the black, so I'm all good.
Hey, what about stem cells? Did you get any stem cells?
I did not get any stem cells.
I think
They were
you could just like just scratch up your knees a little bit and then you rub the stem cells in and it's
I'll
gonna
keep
make
that
you
in
feel better.
I think I have a nail file around here somewhere.
Just get like a fine sandpaper and you don't need to go
Oh, I
too
got some of
hard.
that. I got like 2,000 grit. That ought to do, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. do I have to mix it with anything, or do I just like slap it on there and call it good?
Spit on it first. Oh, gross.
I will say this. Really, Bosco's over here making noises at me. I will say this. So, like, as we're getting ready to leave Thursday, because Jake went on vacation early,
Oh yeah.
fucker. Anyway, but as we're getting ready to leave Thursday, uh, our boss is going like, so what kind of plans everybody got for the weekend, kind of thing, right? And everybody's just like, I don't know, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that. And then Eric, the new guy, he goes, well, says, I'm getting my dog back. Everyone's like, hey, cool, yeah, good for you. And he goes, then getting dinner and I'm getting laid. And Jake goes, that poor dog. It's like, what are you having for dinner? Peanut butter?
Oh God.
Well, besides the peanut butter, where's he taking the dog? Somewhere nice.
Didn't ask.
Taking you to Olive Garden, baby. Woo!
Yeah. Well, that makes it even creepier because when you're there, you're family.
Oh man. Honey, put a breadstick.
More breadsticks and salad.
Put a breadstick in my ass.
That's no way to talk to your mother.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'll do better.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna end up with soup all over you.
Where's your
But-
sister?
Oh, fuck me.
Get in line for
Oh.
the spanking section.
All right, so I have a question for you, John.
Yes.
Earlier this week when I said I got that Star Trek game, which by the way is pretty fun but a little weird because it plays more like a choose your own adventure book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because every decision that you make changes how the story goes. So, and like someone asks you a question, you have three choices. Depending on which one you pick, it will change what
sure.
happens after that and changes the whole thing. So that it's pretty entertaining, but not a whole lot of action at the moment. But after I posted about that, you posted your thing about, or well, you didn't post it. You sent it to us in Messenger about how you were trying to uh, be able to connect with your nerdy friends, and we're looking up Star Trek stuff. So tell me about that journey, John.
Oh no, that was
not the end result. I want to know about the other stuff.
No, that
I
was-
already know what the end result is.
that was just a joke that I made. I just thought that was funny.
Oh, it was funny. Don't get me wrong. It was funny. I laughed at it.
Yeah, no, I would never actually do any research in Star Trek, no matter how much I love you guys. It's like the Meatloaf song, you know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No,
Well, that brings me to my next question. We haven't done the first episode yet because we watched the first. Well, Josh watched the first movie. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't really have the time.
Sure.
So I sent him the first movie, and I warned him ahead of time. I felt like it was going to be a very dull experience for him because not a whole lot
Yeah.
happens. Not a whole lot happens at all. But I'm excited to see what his reaction is for the next one.
Yeah.
like I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like, yeah, because I was like expecting just be, dull, boring William Shatner. What is that?
Yeah,
But no,
that's what it is to me.
actually, I actually got engaged with it. Actually,
Yeah.
it had
Yeah.
it had a
In
pretty good.
fact, let me, if I may, read the message to you that he sent me after I had warned him ahead of time when I sent it. I'm like, dude, this is so dull. There's like, it feels like hours of just glory shots of the spaceship while everybody's staring at it. A lot of Spielberg type staring off into the distance shots like this, that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But not the low angle so you can't see up their noses. So, but I sent him. Let's see, where did it go?
Okay, so you sent him a picture of your wiener,
No, no, no.
and then
Okay, so as
two
I said, I
pictures
told
of
him,
your wiener.
yeah, I said, be prepared to be very bored because it drags a lot. He replied, he replied after he started.
Your wiener?
Yes. No, but he replied to me, Derek, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was a little slow in the beginning, but wow, it actually turned out to be interesting. I have less than an hour left. I was taking notes. I was at it for about 2.5 hours last night. Yeah, I want to see what the thing was, so I think I can finish it up today during work. So then he finishes it, right? He said, where's the message? Oh, all it says is the ending, LOL. No exclamation point or anything, just a period, LOL.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It is. It is. But anyway, getting back to it, John, I want you to be a guest on our second episode. And that means that you're actually going to have to watch one of these movies. But hear me out. It is by far the best out of all the movies, in my opinion.
Oh, it's the best one, is it?
Yeah, it is the best one. And see, this is how I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is a big Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a fan of either of those, so I figure your outside opinion would be a fun addition to the whole thing.
Oh
and
man.
and and I'll also tell you this: it's also the shortest of all the movies, so it's only like 90 minutes.
Oh God! Look, he's got note cards.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus!
He put on his spectacles.
Hang on a second. I got to take Bosco out, and we can continue this discussion. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
good job.
God. That's ridiculous. That's completely ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I will absolutely watch the episodes that you guys do. But ooh, man, that's quite an ask. Oh, how many note cards would you estimate that you're holding right now? Because it looks like probably a dozen.
Well, a lot of them are blank. So probably
Oh, you faker!
oh, hang on. I got like. Let me see how many. Oh, okay. Oh, you're about right.
One and a half.
Three, hang on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm impressed again.
I don't know.
You're like- I thought you were being one of those guys who like carries a clipboard or a box around at work so he looks busy.
I do that. Yeah. Well, I use
It's cool. I get to do that sometimes at work because I've got a big old notebook that I've been scratching stuff in every day, and so I get to run around with my notebook
Right.
and say, "Oh, it's not my problem."
Oh yeah, I used to do that a lot in the army, especially because nobody knows what a computer does or how a radio works. So
Right. I mean, it's just magic.
yeah,
You're the magic computer man.
what are you doing right now? Busy. hmm
Hell yeah. So what you guys got going on the rest of the day?
Uh, nothing. I don't think we have any plans. Let's see. Annie should be back soon. Let's see. Yeah, Sarah and Jennifer are gonna go back to drive back this morning, and then after that, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, probably a pretty low key kind of day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be doing too much. I'm gonna go do some grocery shopping later. I was gonna go to I was gonna go to Trader Joe's, and I like to get there right when they open, so it's not, crazy overrun.
Right.
And usually by the time I'm finishing up and checking out and leaving, like the store is getting packed to the point where it's unpleasant to be there, you know?
Right.
And Star woke me up at 8:30 this morning. Like, are you going to Trader Joe's? And I looked at the time and I was like, no. It's like I should have left the house 50 minutes prior, to be there under optimal conditions that suit me best. And, I'm getting back out there, but I still I don't like the feeling of being just overrun with people,
Right.
And those stores are so small, it's easy for them to get too full too fast.
Right. Uh, what about the fluorescent lights? I don't like those.
It doesn't really bother me too much,
Mm.
but yeah, it's more just a numbers game for me.
No.
Oh man, we had these burgers for dinner last night from
Oh,
this place here in town, and it's uh it's one of those operations where it's one guy that does all this food, and he's got like a really small commercial kitchen in like a strip mall, and it's pretty much everything is to go.
yeah.
And uh he does like a lot of soul food and good looking stuff. And we got these burgers there yesterday, and they were phenomenal. Like I put an order in online when I was leaving work because it was like 5:30, quarter to 6, something like that. And yeah, I put the order in, drove back across town, picked the burgers up, went home. Oh man, they were so good. They were dusted with flaming hot Cheeto crumbs.
Oh,
And then they
yeah.
had this really awesome cheese sauce all over them, and it had jalapenos and pickles and greens, and the cheese sauce was really good because it was like it was sort of a middle ground between a nacho cheese sauce and then an actual there was cheddar cheese in it too. So
Right.
it was kind of gloopy and stringy at the same time, but in a really good way. And then yeah, we had those when I got home from work. And yeah, I put in like almost 6 hours yesterday on my day off, and
Yeah,
it
that's right.
was
Yeah.
it was pretty good. Did a favor for one of the owners, so that's always a
Okay,
good thing. And it's
I'm back. What I miss?
not too much. We've just been talking
Okay, cool.
about
All right, let me go to
I,
the
s-
bathroom real quick.
Well,
oh,
thank you for that comprehensive.
he's on to the restroom. Do you want me to read you back the minutes?
If you would please.
Oh,
Oh man,
nah,
oh
we were
man.
just talking about food and work.
Oh yeah, how did that go for you yesterday?
Oh man, it was good. It was good. The we filled the order as
Mhm.
requested. Got to spend a little bit of time with that guy Todd, the other owner.
Did he get
Learned a
his
little
hands
bit.
dirty?
What's that?
Did he get his hands dirty?
Yeah, a little bit. A little
Cool,
bit.
cool, cool, cool.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I think he enjoyed himself, and it was me and one of the girls that decorates, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think we all had a pretty good time, and because he's the one out of the two brothers that seemed a little less. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for here is.
Aware.
No, not even that.
So what I mean by that is, like you said that he was one of the he had more of a business type view than the actual work that was going on, kind of thing.
Well, kind of, and he's just less friendly. I
Okay,
mean, outwardly
less
he
outgoing,
he
kind of thing.
doesn't like it's weird. I kind of feel weird honestly because maybe it's just my skewed perception of it. But it seems to me really obvious that the one owner Joe,
Hmm.
um, that like I'm his new favorite person,
Hmm.
and that it kind of makes me feel a little weird at
Yeah,
work. Um, but as friendly and as much as he communicates, how happy and grateful he is, and how
yeah.
this is gonna be the springboard to huge things together and all that. Like Todd's not that. Like
Hmm.
Todd shows up and he's got a critical eye, and he's really just it's like a difference in bedside manner between
Yeah,
doctors,
yeah.
that whole thing.
He seems a little
And
more
so because
grounded,
of
kind of
that,
thing.
what's that?
He seems a little more grounded, kind of thing. Like his outlook on things are a little more grounded than the
Eh,
other guy,
I
or
suppose so. I suppose so. But, and he's because of that, like I've felt like I've really gotta prove myself to him and endear myself to him, and
yeah.
and it's been a process, but I do feel like we've gotten a little more uh, uh connected.
Hmm. Well, that's good, man.
But yesterday was it was pretty good. I got a fist bump from him. I got two high fives from him, and
Vibes
then
is
when
this.
I clocked out and was taken off for the day, I got a hug from him. So yeah, and his brother Joe has been hugging the shit out of me for like a month now.
Well, maybe he's finally seeing what it is that Joe is
So,
seeing in you. And he's like, well, this
well, I
guy seems
mean,
to be a good dude and knows what he's
well,
doing.
because I'll tell you the very first week when when we were first getting in there, the first day, Todd took the lead and I didn't really do much. And the stuff wasn't great.
Hmm.
Um the second day I got to do pretty much everything, and there was a noticeable change, but stuff still wasn't great, like I was shaking the dust off. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been
Oh wow.
face Facebook reminded me like a month or two ago that it's been like 7 years since I've been in a commercial kitchen, you
Has it
know.
been that
It
long?
has. if you
Wow.
can believe it. Yeah.
I cannot. I think you're
But
lying.
no, but like
You liar.
at the
Quit
end of
lying
that
so much, you liar.
at the end of that first week,
Mhm.
like Joe already liked me. Todd was talking about bringing back their donut consultant and, us working with him to get things ironed out. And by the end of the next week, those plans were scrapped because Todd was impressed to the point where he said, okay, we don't need the donut guy to come back. We don't have to pay for that and
Good
then have
thing.
him come in. And it's been getting better and better since then,
Mhm.
And also our contact with the owners is starting to get less and less as things are settling into place and we're getting prepped for, I mean, they'll be back around for, I'm sure, the first couple weeks when we're open
Yeah.
quite a bit, but they're kind of like, it seems like everybody's starting to be satisfied with our competencies and performance, and everybody's starting to kind of ease off a little, so that's cool.
That's
But then
cool.
to go and spend, 5 6 hours yesterday with the owner doing a favor for him,
Yeah.
and
Which
that
I'm
was,
sure he appreciated.
oh yeah, I mean he definitely did. It was a, and I was telling Star too, it was a fun hug because we had made some extra donuts just to have, a margin of error in
Yeah.
what we were doing. And so I took a few home in a little box. So I've got my little box of donuts in my right hand and my notebook and pen in my left hand. And I go and I clock out and I stop by Todd and I say, hey, I'm gonna hit the road. We're all set back there. And he, he takes a step towards me and he puts his arms out. So I swung
Don't
my
hit.
I swung my arm over across his back and I swatted him on the back a few times with my notebook.
Oh, maybe he's just
There
one
you
of those
go,
guys that
buddy.
takes him a while to warm to people.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, nothing
but
wrong
that's
with
cool,
that.
man.
I also found out yesterday a little more of their history because it is a real night and day thing with them. The two are so different.
Mhm.
They're actually stepbrothers.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that until yesterday, but it explains a lot.
yeah.
So
That's
it's interesting. I'm learning more about the lore of the company.
well, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool. But yeah, it sounds like he's kind of taken to you, so that's cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
yep.
It's good to
It's
be on their good side, man.
oh yeah, because
And when
I've
it happens
definitely
because you're awesome at what you do,
well,
that makes it even
and
better.
like, and I know everybody's probably had, the same experience, but at some point in your life when you're working a job and you just feel like I'm gonna get fired any minute, like these people don't like me, I'm not doing well enough, I'm
Mhm.
not up to the challenge, but like I haven't had that thought since like I mean, probably the second or third day that
Mhm.
and it's just been comfortable.
Well,
It's
that's
been
good, man.
cool and fun and comfortable and
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
just means maybe you found your spot, man.
right. It's pretty foreign, honestly, to feel this good about it.
I
you
get it.
know?
I get it. I've had one job where I felt like that. Where I felt
These
like,
next
"Yep, this is where I belong."
yeah. These next few weeks are gonna be pretty brutal, but
Mhm.
it's gonna be good. We're gonna get through
You
it.
guys are up to the challenge.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be dandy. So anyway, back to it. You gonna do our Star Trek thing? Come on, just one
Oh
movie, man. That's all I'm
man.
asking.
Well, I
90
was just
minutes,
I
and you get to see Ricardo Montalban overacting like crazy,
oh well.
and his enormous pecs. They're scary, man. No joke. They're
and
terrifying.
there will be notes.
There will be notes.
Yeah, Josh has yeah,
You don't have to go as hard at it as he did, but
that's what you missed, Derek, is I was grilling Josh over his notes. I was
uh-huh.
like, "Oh man, you got a lot of notes there," and he's like, "Oh well, they're not all filled out." And I was like, "Oh, you're doing that thing." Where
The cards just say notes, 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 notes.
Right, but then he
Ipsum
counted them.
lorem.
He counted them out in front of me, and he had 9 note cards that he filled
Holy
out.
shit. Well, it's a
Right?
long movie, so I can understand it.
I
I'll give
mean,
you
as long as you guys aren't super tight on a time frame, I guess I'll
not
do
like
that.
not like
But
crazy tight, you know. Like
because
I
it
want
is
to I
going to
want to do
be a little
I want to
wild.
record our first episode eventually. So once
Sure.
we do that, I'll get it off. I'll get the other movie off to you. And like I said, at most this will be like maybe a once a month thing. So you'll have a little bit of lead time.
Okay, yeah, that should be doable. But I mean, I hate you
I'm
guys a
fully
little
prepared
bit
for you to
for
hate
it.
every second of it. I am fully prepared for that.
Well, if I'm gonna spend the entire thing just pooping on it, like I'll at least try and be constructive and creative about
there
it.
you
That's fine. That's fine. Like like I said, I fully expect you to not like it. I mean, uh, there
Yes,
might be even some stuff that you might just be like, "Hey, that wasn't too bad."
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I fully
I
expect you to
can't
hate it. So
imagine a scenario this is gonna ignite a love of Star Trek in me, but
almost almost guaranteed that will not happen.
yes,
but
I will watch one
but as you
and
watch it, just keep in mind this is the good one. Well, let me qualify that. This is the best one with the original cast.
okay.
I'll go there
go.
because is breakfast coming?
Oh
Well,
no,
no, Annie's not there to give him his breakfast.
Oh,
oh, she
so
just got home.
disappointed.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, tell her get to it then. Get in that kitchen.
yeah. Well, shoot, if she just
Make
got
me a
home,
sandwich.
that's probably a good spot for us to shut her down for the weekend,
I
right?
think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Go squeeze on your lady.
There you go. Why don't you make her breakfast? Do that for
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I feel like
Oh, you know,
that's a good idea.
yeah, that might be a good idea.
You
Yeah,
bum. I'm gonna go
just for a
upstairs and
change
do
of
some
pace.
dishes.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but it'll be something. It'll be things. I'll do things. That's all
Hmm.
I'm committing to. That's the most you get out of me.
He's gonna put a leather pocket in the seams of the couch,
I
line
am.
it with fluff.
Oh,
I don't sleep face down.
wow. maybe maybe some sliced ham and
Roast beef is more realistic. I've heard. That's what I've heard. Shut up.
All right, well, everybody, you all have a good day with that.
Bye,
all right.
everybody.
Oh
I'm gonna fuck that couch.
no! Oh no! I didn't record the episode.
Are you shitting me?
Oh.
Really? Oh. You dumbass.
So you spent 10 minutes ago. Let me check my settings, make sure everything's all good.
I mean, the settings were good. It's just the button.
That's good to know.
I didn't click. No, I'm just playing. We got it. I'm sorry, guys. I was recording all that too.
That would have been funny. Oh, good. So you had me saying, I'm gonna fuck that couch. Cool.
Oh yeah. Yep, you got it.
Put that as the tag on the very end.
Send that to me, Johnny. I want that to be my ringtone.
Fantastic. You know what? I want it too.